Good day, everyone. So, we're doing our return trip from Somberg. And I thought I actually got into the game last night. Or in the 24. And I went to our destination in today's video. Or that Halloween day. And I did one mission, and then I thought we were gonna have to go to Corn Tassel. And I thought I was gonna have to make a video of that. I was gonna actually add that into the end of this, but I did the mission that was at Monroe County Airport. And, I unlocked charter service. So, the next video will be our trip out to, islands in the Pacific. After this trip. So, today's trip, we're leaving Somberg. Echo Golf Papa Bravo. And we're gonna go to Edinburgh. Echo Golf Papa Hotel. And then from Edinburgh. I didn't look this up the other day. I've been trying to make things different, but alright, so from Somberg to Edinburgh, I'm gonna try and use the longitude. Now, from Edinburgh, we are going to Dulles, Kilo, India, Alpha, Delta. And I'm gonna use the Airbus 310 with a Pan Am livery. And then from Dulles International, we're going to McGee Tyson. So Kilo India Alpha Delta 2, Kilo Tango Yankee Sierra. We're going to use the Airbus 330 with Delta call sign and livery. And then from Kilo Tango Yankee Sierra 2, Kilo Mike November Victor, Monroe County Airport, and we'll use my new new acquisition that I like flying now, because I have a feeling I might be using it IRL. So that flight will be in the Cherokee. Alright, so our first flight is the longitude. Jets. Alright, is that call number the right? 7275, yeah, at least I didn't change that. I have no... Call ourselves Cessna, or we call ourselves Longitude? We'll do Longitude. Longitude. Alright, so let's... I was wondering why we were focused over here, and I remember I gotta load my mission. Alright. Let's hope we can get out of this airport. Do I have a 37 minutes? Okay. I think we will do this whole flight and our last one without skipping then, maybe. I don't know. Just double check. We're going as high as we can here. 45. Excuse me. 450. Ooh. You know what? Help if I 4, 5. There we go. I think we need to put this back on live weather. Glad I checked that. You know, I let us go 1,000 feet more, and it takes us a minute longer. Let's just get going. I don't, okay, I do have an approach. I believe I have an arrival. We have an arrival. We have no departure. Okay. I don't even know if the longitude can get off the ground here. Again, I could just pick any old aircraft and go through the list so we see all of them. But I'm also trying to keep realistic, even though I have unlimited fuel on. Okay. We're directly to the runway. We're on 15. This looks like the shorter runway, but okay. Brakes released. Let's power up. Alright. And... ooh. I don't know if you really want to come out this way, but... alright. Co-pilot's aircraft. Yeah, that's not how I thought we were leaving, but okay.
119.875 longitude 7275. Goodbye. Scottish Centre longitude 7275 is at 900 feet, climbing 10,000 feet.
Longitude 7275, Scottish Centre altimeter 29.9, full radar contact, continue.
Wonder why we haven't put the gear up. I guess the co-pilot doesn't think we have positive rate of climb. There's some clouds over there, though. But, so I got my I got my rating. So yeah, did my rating, went home to Monroe County, did a mission, and then I unlocked the charter. So now we gotta go out to islands in the South Pacific. Why are you up on the screen? Go on. Man, I don't know what's going on with my audios lately, why it's louder in the cockpit than out here. Anyway. I thought maybe this was the last video in my quote-unquote series for a while. I'll make a live, I'll make a video with me on camera talking about stuff. but I'll talk about it here. Sim Update 4 Beta released and went live yesterday for those that that want to access beta. I installed beta, looked at it. We have some aircraft that we now have access to that we didn't do before. At least to my knowledge, we didn't before yesterday.
Longitude 7275 climb and maintain flight level 240.
The
Climb and maintain
powered
flight level
lift
240
aircraft
longitude 7275.
are available to do in missions. This is in beta. So the Jobby 4 and the something Archer Midnight. Anyway, there's two. I call them Veloso choppers. They're however the fixed wing, but they do vertical takeoff and landings. That's basically what powered lift is. Anyway, so they're available to use in missions, but the certification for them is still locked in this form of beta. And so is the super heavy airliner certification is still locked. Certain aircraft got unlocked. I don't know how, but in beta we had now we can fly for the passenger transport airliners. They there was the I know there was the 787. So we got the 737 and we have the 787. I forget what else. When you go to heavy cargo, though, it says there's only one aircraft, and that's the Saab 304 or 340. Anyway, there and then I went through the list of aircraft you could pick from, like the aircraft model, to specifically pick that you want to fly missions in, and there's quite a bit of things that I've bought that actually showed up there. And then there's there was things that I think unlocked or that they gave us for free. I don't know, but there's quite a bit there. I don't mess with really anything outside of free flight and career mode, so okay, we are moving. Like, don't tell me we're still over the airport. No, it's back there. I can see the cloud coverage, but how we doing speed-wise here? 200. I don't know why we don't get the little white and green bar on our airspeed. The only way I know we're at rotate speed is, well, the longitude kind of does it all on its own. Fact, we don't have any of the lights on we need to have on. And we already don't need landing lights. Recognition lights.
Longitude 7275 climb and maintain flight level 340.
Wing lights.
Climb and maintain flight level 340 longitude 7275.
Yeah, sure, we have passengers, why not? Light pulse. I don't know when you're supposed to have the light pulse on. Can you even see it? Maybe not during the day. Maybe not during the day because you can't see it. Even though we turn all the other lights on. My aircraft I just had to fix that. It was driving me crazy. Although apparently we were flying fast and fine. Alright, co-pilot's aircraft. Is this the one we can't go back and look? Yeah, apparently a piece of cloth stops you. But I'm guessing it looks the same back there as the other longitude. Can we not put the armrest down? Guess not. What do we got on our yoke? We have autopilot disconnect. And a call button. I'm guessing that's a call button, CWS. And then we got trim up and down. Oh, and you got your transponder button. Okay. Is there buttons on the back? Or do they only do that in the controller? No, there is a button back here. It's not just game controllers. So what's the red button do? It looks like the co-pilot has... No, they've got the same buttons. It looked like co-pilot had more buttons. No, they got the same. I said we were gonna do this whole flight.
Longitude 7275 climb and maintain flight level 420.
Climb and maintain flight level 420 longitude 7275.
And we didn't have a departure. So me skipping right now, I don't know how far forward it actually would bring me. Because I have an arrival and I have an approach. So I think 4 is supposed to say arrival. We should be at cruise here in a bit. Yeah, skipping the cruise right now would be useless. Then we have your approach, you got your final, and then you got your taxi. I don't know why they removed this feature from 2024. If I saw that come back, I might go and do it, because I like using the EBT to plan out the journey. Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. So, IRL ATCing. When I did my airport appreciation flight, when we were on, when my pilot was communicating with surrounding traffic, nobody went to Knoxville approach. They all stayed on Monroe County traffic. So instead of saying in the simulator here in 2020 and 24, the ATC, us as the pilot, they go, you call sign and go, Kilo Mike November Victor traffic. No, in reality, and this is what happened, we'd go, our pilot, he said, Cherokee, Monroe County traffic, Cherokee, lining up for takeoff. Or when we hit the downwind, he had Monroe County traffic, Cherokee, entering downwind. So, you don't go with the ICAO code. Yeah, so, yeah, the more I learn, the more sometimes this game can irritate me, especially coming into Monroe County Airport. Knowing that, well, see, there wasn't actual taxiways until after they did Bing Maps. So, Flight Sim 2020 is correct for the airport. Flight Sim 24 is incorrect for that airport. And they never, again, they didn't remap the globe to bring it up to at least 2023 map. And no one has, there's not been a third-party developer to fix Monroe County Airport, Kilo Mike November Victor. There is other Monroe County airports, so I always emphasize the ICAO code just so we know which Monroe County airport I'm talking about. Yeah, I think there's, what's the other, I think the other one's call signs Kilo Bravo Golf, something else. If you just type in Monroe County Airport, you'll get the other one, not the Mike November Victor. So you gotta specify where. And I always have to put in Monroe County, Tennessee. So I wasn't planning to do this whole trip here, but so we're doing this one and then the last one. We'll definitely be here for at least 2 hours.
7275, you are 400 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and
Since
maintain
this
flight
is
level
taking us,
450.
Descend and maintain
well,
flight
I mean,
level 450 longitude 7275.
we're about to hit the shore. Something's at 142. What's at 142? Perth. Oh, interesting. Are we flying? Perth is further than the airport, apparently.
Longitude 7275, please expedite your descent flight level 450.
We're gonna go straight to the descent phase now, then. Yes, we'll travel forward the whole 20 minutes.
Scottish Centre longitude 7275 flight level 440.
Longitude 7275, Scottish Centre radar contact. Continue to Papa Tango Hotel.
I don't know that moved us forward any.
Descend and maintain flight level 320.
Descend and maintain flight level 320 longitude 7275.
No, Perth. Perth is not before the airport. I thought of going to Glasgow, which I think is over here, Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot. From Somberg. Alright, yeah, we're about to come up on Perth. So, I don't know how we're getting out to where we need to go. First of all, I'd have to look up the ICAO code for where we do our charter flight from. And then I know there's no other flight out of that airport, so then we gotta come back to the US. Or back to Monroe County, or actually no, I gotta double check because I don't know that we come back to Monroe County. I think there was a flight out of Corntassel, and it's a ferry flight, which means I get to actually go somewhere. Within my missions I've been doing off stream. But we might not have, where we end up in that mission might not have a return trip, or just have might just have first flight and flight team missions. Every time I get to a dead end where there is no mission, I come in here and I return us home to one of, and I'm counting home, there's 4 airports we could use. Technically 5, but one's an actual helipad. And I don't think any missions ever spawn in there anyway for rotorcraft. We've got 07 Tango November Corntassel Airport. We have Kilo Mike November Victor Monroe County Airport. We have let me make sure I look this up and not give you the wrong information as I'm talking about it. Then there's 85 Tango November Tellico Plains Municipal, and let me look at this 4th one. I know it's called Vintage Field. What's the ICAO code? Vintage Field is Tango November 17. And then there's Sweetwater Lifestar 1. There's Sweetwater Lifestar 1, which is the medical transport helicopter. And then there's a Sweetwater's Fire Department. Which would also be technically that's where the Lifestar takes off from. And I don't think they have proper ICAO codes. But I don't think there's any actual missions out of the helipads in Sweetwater, Tennessee in career mode. However, if we can do medical transport with fixed wing, why can't we do medical transport with helicopters? There are, in Knoxville, there are like, between Monroe County and Knoxville, there's at least a dozen medical helipad sites. So could you imagine doing all these medical transports? Medivacs? Actually, I know of a Medivac place IRL that they don't even list in the game. But then again, the game shows us that there's a helipad at the Pentagon, but then doesn't allow you to pick it as a place to go to. I think all I did was cut out like 10 minutes worth of flying. But I don't know how long we'll take with these flights. There's always loading a flight plan and then choosing how far out we go, and then exiting or reloading and picking a different starting point instead of just doing the travel to, which is sometimes doesn't work and might not put me where I want me to be.
Longitude
We've flown.
7275. Please expedite your descent flight level 320.
We have flown into Edinburgh before. In fact, we never actually landed there. In another video, I forgot what we were doing. We're doing capitals to capitals. I was doing something. And yeah, we never actually landed, so we kind of crash landed. I think that's because Edinburgh had mountains on one side of it, and I didn't take it out of Copilot feature, and we bounced off the mountain.
Longitude 7275. Please expedite your descent flight level 320.
Yeah, why are you bouncing like you're going up and... We got 500 feet to go to still descend, so... So, let's see. I called last Tuesday, left that message with the flight school, and then I called back Friday and talked to someone. Now I'm just waiting to find out if they call me back, so I know who my instructor might be, and either talk to that instructor or schedule my discovery flight.
Longitude 7275. Please expedite your descent flight level 320.
If I don't get a call back by Friday, I will probably call again Friday. I don't want to... I am eager, but there's IRL things happening around me out of my control of when I can do what I want to do. So, again, which is always an issue. If you're legally blind or you're a person that can't drive, you don't always get to do things on your schedule, and despite people saying I am selfish, I wouldn't say I'm selfish for wanting to do things when I want to do things, and I get accused of not thinking of others, and I'm like, I rarely ask to go do stuff because I don't know when it's the proper time. This is my thinking.
Please expedite your descent flight level 320.
I don't always know people's real schedules. I asked my brother to take me to my lessons, and I asked him what day is best for him. But I don't know what my mom and dad are up to. I know my dad works pretty much every day, Monday through Friday, but I don't know what my mom does day to day, so. And she doesn't tell me. I don't tell her what I'm doing because I'm usually not doing anything to tell
Longitude
anybody.
7275, you are 32 miles north. Descend and
But I
maintain
wouldn't
flight
say I'm
level
selfish
250. Keep speed not
just
above
because I
250
decide to
knots,
do
expect
stuff.
Vectors NDB-DME runway 24 approach.
You know, like,
Longitude
when I go to a
7275,
doctor's
descend and
appointment,
maintain 11,000 feet. Keep speed not above 250
I just make my
knots.
appointment in hopes that it doesn't interfere with someone
Longitude
else's appointment.
7275, descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Keep speed not above 250 knots.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Keep speed not above 250 knots. Expect vectors NDB-DME runway 24 approach longitude 7275.
So, let me get to the point that irritates me most about being accused of things that I really don't think are. I rarely ask to go do stuff, but every time I ask to go do something, if someone's not feeling or someone else is busy, I gotta put off doing what I want to do because I need someone to bring me. Which means I stopped asking for doing stuff because I either got fussed at, or things got put off, or I get like people make weird noises at me, and ugh, I gotta thank you there. Like, I like to go to the food city for grocery shopping if I feel like going grocery shopping. But my mom doesn't like going to the food city, so I just give her a list of things I want and let her go find them wherever she does. It's always like honestly, it always feels like I have to please others, which doesn't make my life really happy, because, again, it also doesn't help that no one in my family has the same interest I do. If someone in my family was interested in trains the way I was interested in trains, or if they're interested in planes the way it would be easier. They'd be like, yeah, sure, let's go. But no one wants to go. That's the other reason I don't ask to go do stuff. I don't know if anybody can relate to the fact that you're always sitting around waiting to do what you want to do on others that may or may not want to do what you want to do. It's really aggravating. It's been my life. Like, if I couldn't go outside to smoke and I had to go somewhere to smoke, well, that would aggravate me, especially if but then again, I wouldn't be smoking every day. I'd probably be smoking once a month.
Longitude 7275, you are 28 miles northeast of Edinburgh. Maintain present heading and altitude. Contact Edinburgh Tower on 118.705.
Maintain present heading and altitude.
Where
Tower
are
on
we at?
118.705 longitude 7275.
Oh, okay. Like, where are we
Edinburgh
at?
Tower longitude 727529 miles northeast inbound NDB DME runway 24 approach.
Echo
Longitude
Golf
7275 Edinburgh
Quebec
Tower.
Lima.
Altimeter
Echo Golf
29.88,
Quebec
wind
Lima
19 tree at 12. Cleared NDB DME runway
Is
24 approach.
an
Cleared
airbase.
NDB DME runway 24 approach
I don't know.
longitude
All I saw was AB.
7275.
It's a military base. So I thought, because beta started, I thought I'd stay in beta, and I wouldn't be able to really continue the career mode that I know that I was doing, to do more of these flights. So I was going to actually start one of those options of playlists I asked people to choose that they'd like to see next that no one actually gave me an answer to. Granted, NASA, I needed an aircraft that I can't afford to buy. I could have done some Navy bases or Air Force bases, but I've only got the F-16, which I really don't like the way it flies. And I don't know if I've ever done a flight with the F-18.
Ryanair 812
We are?
Contact Edinburgh. Approach on 121.205. Good day.
We're going miss, huh? Okay. You called that quite early. I heard a plane go
Going to
over us.
121.205 Ryanair 812 Heavy.
When are we supposed to use call sign heavy? Because I've never used it intentionally. I don't know why we can't land. So we couldn't have gone miss. We're 22 miles away. I don't know if we're even getting... Well, we're descending, and I don't know what our altitude is supposed to be. I don't think that was us that said miss. I think that was Ryanair that said miss. But again, I'm not seeing other name tags. But we're also continuing to go to the right.
Logan Tree 24
Wait,
exit
no,
runway
no.
when able.
Now we're coming back left. Okay. I think we're lining up. I think this time we will... You know what it was? We came in from the, I think, the south? And then we tried to circle it, and then we bounced off the mountains on the south side of the airport. This time we're coming in from the north and from the ocean side. The question is, are we gonna line up? Wow, we're still at 10,000 feet. Alright. We are at 10,000. Landing lights can come on. Oh, somehow these lights got... We're gonna put pulse lights on. We're down near the ground. Seatbelts. No smoking. Wing lights come on. Anti-collision light. Lower light. Everything on.
Heavy exit runway when
Okay.
able.
I forget that happens when we do the skip, the travel too. Things get turned off that should be on. And I am gonna make up my aircraft. I'm gonna also... There we go. We're on the path.
Easy tree for heavy contact ground on 121.755.
Or I don't know if we're on the right path, but we're on the... I don't know if we're on the glide slope, but we're in the speed.
121.755. Easy tree for heavy. Goodbye.
We were. Okay. Pull up a bit.
Edinburgh Tower, Easy Tree 02, heavy 12 miles northeast, inbound ILS runway 24 approach. Easy Tree 02, heavy Edinburgh Tower. Altimeter 29.86, wind 161 at 1 tree. Cleared ILS runway 24 approach.
How many of us are cleared to
runway
land right
24
now?
approach, Easy Tree 02, heavy.
You're a heavy and you're lower than I am. What are you doing? You better get in there. I mean, I'm 10 miles out, but... co-pilot's aircraft. Why are you messing with engine power? We're not lined up though. Even even I thought we weren't lined up before I gave it back to them. Yeah, we need to yaw to the right just a bit. And that's gonna drive me nuts now. Alright. My aircraft again.
Easy tree 302, heavy wind 161 at 1 tree. Cleared to land runway
Yeah, they
24.
got in there.
Cleared to land runway 24, easy tree 302 heavy.
Why are we moving to the right side of the brackets? What's wrong with the airspeed?
Longitude 7275, follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 161 at 1 tree. Cleared to land runway 24.
Cleared to land runway 24 longitude 7275.
We're going full flaps. As I get
Edinburgh
yelled
Tower
at for
Center,
auto throttle.
1187 heavy 12 miles northeast, inbound ILS runway 24 approach. Center 1187 heavy Edinburgh Tower. Altimeter 29.85, wind 161 at 1 tree. Cleared ILS runway 24 approach.
Man, they really put you on a long final
runway
here.
24 approach, center 1187 heavy.
Alright, I see the runway lights. Runway in sight. So, Edinburgh to Dulles Airport in DC, or in Northeast Virginia, is an IRL flight out of Edinburgh.
Easy tree 302, heavy turn next taxiway.
So apparently, I can't
Longitude 7275,
decrease.
go around.
No, I'm not going around. Screw you. Ah! Yeah, I couldn't go around.
Easy tree 302, heavy contact ground on 121.755. Center
Why'd you tell me to go
1187,
around?
Wind 161 at 1 tree. Cleared
No
to land
one's-
runway 24. Edinburgh Tower Delta 209er ready for departure runway 24 IFR to Kennedy. Delta 209er hold short runway 24. Traffic is Cessna C700 on the runway. Edinburgh Tower Easy tree 330 heavy 13 miles northeast, inbound ILS runway 24 approach. Easy tree 330 heavy Edinburgh Tower. Altimeter 29.85, wind 161 at 1 tree. Cleared ILS
I
runway
can't get
24
off the
approach.
runway.
Cleared to land runway 24 center 1187 heavy. Hold short runway 24 Delta 209er.
Here we go. Now I can
Cleared
get off the
ILS
runway.
runway 24 approach easy tree 330 heavy. 121.755 easy tree 302 heavy. Goodbye. Edinburgh Tower Channel 7701 3 miles east inbound ILS runway 24 approach. Channel 770 Edinburgh Tower. Altimeter 29.85 wind 161 at 13. Cleared ILS runway 24 approach.
Alright. Ground. Taxi to
Edinburgh
gate.
ground longitude 7275 taxi to the gate.
Longitude 7275 taxi to gate 101 using taxiway Bravo Alpha Echo.
Taxiing to gate 101 using taxiway Bravo Alpha Echo longitude 7275.
Oh. I gave it back to co-pilot and then they stop. Alright. Well. We took we're gonna take an hour to do our first flight. Oh. Yeah, we might be here for 3 hours or more today. And of course, we're getting the auto throttle warning.
1187 heavy taxi to the gate. Sunturk 1187 heavy taxi to gate 6 via taxiway Bravo Alpha Foxtrot.
You know, this
Taxiing to gate
airport
6
I
using
thought was a
taxiway
lot
Bravo
bigger than
Alpha
this.
Foxtrot Sunturk 1187 heavy.
Where did we failed somewhere behind me. At our, like, 4 o'clock? Is I think where we failed the last time we tried to come in here.
Longitude 7275, hold position, caution, other traffic.
Where?
Longitude 7275, continue taxi.
Yeah, by the time you tell me to
Roger
stop...
longitude 7275.
By the time they told me to stop, I just keep going anyway. I don't think I've ever stopped for traffic. Okay, we're going to 102, 101. there's Edinburgh Tower. Looks like a water tower. Alright, let's watch the idiocy here of our signalman.
Edinburgh ground Lufthansa 269er 1 heavy IFR to Munich ready to copy. Lufthansa
You're not gonna cross
269er 1
lawns
heavy
on
is
me?
cleared to Munich Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 24 climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 121.205 squawk 7451.
Alright. Let's just say that's done. Let's move on. What are we doing? We're a 310 Pan Am. I was in, we're not gonna start from the gate. Right. But I need, 310. Pan Am. I know you guys just love my Pan Am flights. Pan Am. What's the flight number? Why do you... I think I know why. Panam. There. Now, don't change it. Thank you. Flight number 8587. 8587. Alright, now that this is all changed, load number 2. Do we have a departure? We do. Do we have an arrival? We have Delora 501 Center. Is that how we're coming in, is on center? Yep, 01 Center. We don't have an approach, so... What's the RNAV 01 Center Z? Yeah, no. Why? No. Huh. Oh, ILS-01 Center. No? No. What about Loke? Well, Loke's... never mind. So. Well, okay, we do have to... Okay. So what was the... God, we come down to Manassas for that one. What about... Why? Why is the same? Why are two of them the same as my question? ILS... That's the same. But we'll do the ILS. That way we know we're locked in. Alright. So we're coming across Lancaster, Pennsylvania to York, Fredericksburg. We're coming down that way. And we're flying not okay, well, 7-hour flight. Probably accurate. What is our departure? We might want to change our departure here. Well, before I change it, let's just double check what runway we're coming out of. Runway 24, alright. Yeah, I think we might want to change this departure. What is Talas AC? Yeah, we'll go with that one. Makes more sense. Alright. Let's go. So far, though. Come on, just no hiccups today, please. Oh, I could keep doing. I could do all this stuff in 24, but again, I don't have a travel to. I'd have to come up with ways to fix it, change it. Just made a mess. Alright. I'm gonna spill coffee on myself, I don't mind. So, no radio call-outs before we take off again, okay. We have no avionics screens, lovely. Release the brakes. Why do I have a feeling our speed brake is in the way? We're not picking up speed. It looks like the spoilers, the speed brakes are out. They're armed, okay. Ugh. I had to speak, huh? There's a shenanigan. I don't know if I need to restart or what. Is it because I changed the flight plan? Fine. It might be it. Are you that finicky I can't change the plan before we fly? Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. Yeah, Actually, I didn't really spill the coffee. I ended up taking in
For a tower
a little
Pan
too much and then
ready for departure
blurted
runway
it out
24
already.
IFR to Dulles.
Okay.
Pan Am 8587, altimeter 29.85, wind 161. At 10. Cleared for takeoff runway 24.
Cleared for takeoff
Well.
runway 24 Pan Am 8587.
That was an interesting intro in here. And this is supposed to be a more stable game, isn't it? Alright, let's just not have runway or avionics all of a sudden. Well, at least this time we're picking up speed. Oh, thank God, we lifted off. Oh, it's choppy. Gear up.
Pan Am 8587, contact Scottish Centre on 119.875. Good day.
119.875 Pan Am 8587. Goodbye.
Edinburgh is a very
Scottish
small
Centre Pan Am
international airport.
8587 is passing 1,800 feet, climbing 6,000 feet.
Pan Am 8587, Scottish Centre altimeter 29.85, radar contact. Continue to uniform whiskey. Pan Am 8587,
Are we supposed to be
verify
climbing out like
crossing
this?
2147.
Oh, crap. Yeah, I can't do that.
Pan Am 8587, verify squawking 2147.
Yeah, I can't do that. Alright,
Channel
so we're...
776, you are 24 miles south. Climb and maintain flight level 220, expect vectors, ILS runway 24 approach. Pan Am 8587, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180 Pan Am 8587.
Pan Am 8587, reset transponder. Squawk 2147.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we're just gonna skip forward now. Yeah, Airbuses. Hey, you think this would just be a 2020 issue? No. I have avionics just completely disappear on me in 24. This is supposed to be a bug fix that they said they were doing for both games. Well, where is it then?
Pan Am 8587, contact Potomac approach on 120.45. Good day.
Going to 120.45 Pan Am 8587. Potomac approach Pan Am 8587 is passing 5,300 feet, descending 4,900 feet.
Pan Am 8587 Potomac approach altimeter 30.2 radar contact. Continue to MOOB.
What are we going vertical for?
Pan Am 8587 contact center on 134.15.
Not the
Good day.
ballet movements.
Going to 134.15 Pan Am 8587. Washington Center Pan Am 8587 is passing 8,400 feet, descending 4,900 feet.
FedEx 447, contact New York Center on 132.2. Good day. Southwest 285, contact Washington Center on 132.5.
My aircraft.
Good day. Pan Am 8587, Washington Center, altimeter 30.32, radar contact, continue to MOOE. 132.55, Southwest 285. Goodbye. Pan Am 8587, contact Potomac approach on 120.45. Good day.
120.45 Pan Am 8587. Goodbye. Potomac approach Pan Am 8587 is at 7,900 feet, descending 4,900 feet.
Pan Am 8587, Potomac approach, altimeter 30.1, radar contact, continue to MOOV. Pan Am 8587, contact Washington Center on 134.15. Good day.
134.15 Pan Am 8587. Goodbye. Washington Center Pan Am 8587 is at 9,700 feet, descending 4,900 feet.
Come on.
Pan Am 8587, Washington Center, altimeter 30.31, radar contact, continue to MOOE. Pan Am 8587, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet Pan Am 8587.
Folks, I'm sorry. I don't know what...
10,300 feet, climbing 15,000 feet.
Well, I don't know what alarm to turn off.
Potomac approach on 120.45. Good day. Alaska 5 Washington Center, altimeter 30.32, radar contact.
I gave it back to the co-pilot.
120.45
Let's
Pan Am
hope they can
8587. Goodbye.
handle this.
Potomac approach Pan Am 8587 is at 8,100 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
So, I did the travel
Pan Am
too,
8587,
and...
Potomac approach, altimeter 30.2, radar contact, continue to MOOV.
4:30,
Pan Am
4:23
8587,
p.m.
contact Washington Center on 134.15.
Oh
Good
no,
day.
my aircraft.
Going to 134.15 Pan Am 8587. Washington Center
aircraft.
Pan Am 8587 is
Come on,
passing
controller.
9,600 feet, descending 4,000
Alright,
feet.
I've got
Pan Am
control.
8587,
She's my
Washington
aircraft.
Center, altimeter 30.32, radar contact, continue to MOOE. Pan Am 8587, reset transponder. Squawk 2147. Pan Am 8587, contact Potomac approach on 120.45. Good day. Washington Center FedEx 447 is at flight level 335, climbing flight level 360. FedEx 447 Washington Center, radar contact, continue. All Nippon 102, contact Potomac approach on 128.525. Good day.
120.45 Pan Am 8587. Goodbye. Potomac approach Pan Am 8587
Alright.
is passing 8,900 feet,
Oh, come
descending
on.
4,000 feet.
Stupid.
Pan Am 8587, Potomac approach, altimeter 30.32.
You know, this is what
radar
sometimes
contact,
puts me
continue to
off of
MOOV.
doing this.
Pan Am 8587, reset transponder. Squawk 2147.
I don't have the time to do that.
1744, contact Washington Center on 120.65.
Barely controlling the aircraft.
Good day.
And since I can't talk to ATC directly, I can't give them a Mayday call with the
120.65,
menu, so...
Southwest 1744. Goodbye. Pan Am 8587, contact Washington Center on 134.15. Good day.
134.15 Pan Am 8587. Goodbye. Washington Center Pan Am 8587 is passing 9,600 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Pan Am 8587,
Yes,
Washington
I'm-
Center, altimeter 30.32, radar contact, continue to MOOE. Pan Am 8587, contact Potomac approach on 120.45.
I can't get the throttle to go down.
Good day.
I've lost throttle.
Going
We're
to
doing a
120.45
controlled.
Pan Am 8587. Potomac approach Pan Am 8587 is passing 4,500 feet, descending 4,000 feet.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Clear runway. Coming in.
Approach altimeter 30.30.
I don't even know what direction we're coming in. We're landing at Dulles, regardless.
Appears inoperative or malfunctioning.
Yep.
Reset squawk 2147.
And we're flying erratic. You should be scrambling jets for us. You should be taking us out of the sky, because... we're not flying correctly.
587 verified, squawking 2147.
Oh, now we squawk? I said we were crashing, so...
Pan Am 8587, reset transponder. Squawk 2147.
Ah, there we go. I had to put us on our back, or else we would have just kept going. Yeah. Well... this should start being the... how bad of a landing rating can you get? Alright, let's get to the next video. Or the next flight. Alright. We're changing aircraft. That doesn't really mean anything. Because we're sticking with Airbus. And then... I think I gotta go let the dogs in. Yeah, my mom is dumb. I have the headset on, I'm talking to you guys, and she tries telling me shit. I don't hear shit. And then I don't like being tapped on the shoulder. It makes me jump, it scares me, and then my heart rate goes up. I don't know why we have dogs sometimes. Because everybody else runs around and does what they want, and then I stuck here watching them. One's about to die, and the other one doesn't know what to do without the other one, so... Alright. I do have an approach. Do I have an arrival? No, because we can't get one. Alright. Do we have a departure? It doesn't look like it. Where are we departing from? Center. Well, we do have a departure. Okay. Alright. What do we... I need... 330. I forget which Airbus I was using. What are we doing? United? Oh. Did I... Oh, no. I was gonna use United, because United actually flies from Edinburgh to Dulles, but then I don't have the United livery on 2020, so I switched to Pan Am. Okay. A330 Delta. Okay, this is an IRL. Again, it might not be the actual flight. The exact flight, but it is a real life flight. I've done it. I've, as a passenger, I've flown this. I've taken this flight. 3286. 286 flight number. We're nearly done then. And then I'm going outside, so maybe the dogs will stay outside with me when I go outside. Why does it look like that ferry boat is not in the water? There it is. Alright. Can the game at least allow me to finish? Right, the A330 is funky, right? I can't actually throttle up. Alright. I don't know what's been going on lately. Wow. Is that... Alright, why'd you not let me have forward? Yeah, I don't know what's up with this plane. We're just gonna make it look like we're gonna take off. I'm in slew mode. Alright.
Jazz 8616 traffic is 12 o'clock 1 miles at 1,000 feet Airbus. Report them in sight. Jazz 8616 traffic alert.
Okay, I did turn it on. I'm like, did I get it done on? Okay. Alright. Oh. Well, we got around that problem. Barely. Yeah, I don't know why some of these aircraft don't work right. If this A330 isn't working right in 2020, then they can't put it into career mode for 2024. As soon as we load in, I hit the A button to increase throttle, and my throttles are in reverse thrust. I can't do forward thrust. I don't even know if we're squawking correctly or anything. Let's...
Potomac approach Delta Tree 286 Heavy is type Airbus 4 miles south of Kilo Juliet Yankee Oscar 2,500 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace. Squawk Tree 136 Delta Tree 286 Heavy.
Delta Tree 286 Heavy radar contact 4 miles east of Tree Victor Alpha 5, 3,200 feet. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Cleared through the Bravo airspace Delta Tree 286 Heavy.
Delta Tree 286 Heavy contact Potomac approach on 120.45. Good day.
120.45 Delta Tree 286 Heavy. Goodbye. Potomac approach Delta Tree 286 Heavy 3,200 feet.
Delta Tree 286 Heavy Potomac approach altimeter tree 0.30 radar contact. Continue.
Well, we are climbing. Alright.
Potomac approach Delta Tree 286 Heavy 5 miles west of Dulles. Request IFR to Knoxville. Ready to copy.
Jazz 8616 descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Delta Tree 286 Heavy is cleared to Knoxville Airport as filed. Squawk Tree 136.
Delta Tree 286 cleared to Knoxville Airport as filed. Squawk Tree 136.
Oh. Alright. I was kind of expecting that. I am gonna load that, and then we're just gonna fly the approach into McGee-Tyson. Then we will do a full flight. And then I will, I guess, be done a lot earlier than I expected. But, oh man. Well, I've gotta plan our flight out to the middle of nowhere in the South Pacific. I think I gotta figure out, I'll figure out how to get us to Honolulu. I think it's the biggest, or the closest I can get us. Question is, how are we getting out there? Are we going to LAX, San Diego, San Fran? I guess I gotta go from, and do I just go from Monroe County down to, down to Atlanta, or do I go up to McGee-Tyson, look at real world flights that go west? Yeah, I don't know. I could also just pull up, I'd have to go back into beta, but career mode in 24 on beta, and go to McGee-Tyson, and it should pop up all the passenger airline flights that happen in IRL. I don't know. I keep trying to come up with a story of why we're going somewhere and then how we're getting back. I'm trying to not keep going to the same stuff, but I keep going back to the same home base. We're repeating a lot of the same types of flights. Unfortunately, that one crashed. You've seen me coming into Knoxville a few times, So, I'm just gonna load up the last leg. Yeah. I can't even start one of those 1 of 9 series I was talking about. Um, because um I can't do one of those 9 because I need to actually buy something to do them. We had no music, did we? I don't know if we have any audio. Um, oh, crap. I had no audio. That's like the second or third time. What is going on with 2020 lately? It's like both their games are broken. You can't tell me Update 16 broke that much stuff. Did I even put in the 3286 flight number? I don't think I did. And I don't know why this is showing up. I thought I shut it down last night. Oh. If I stopped doing this, making streams, because I was getting irritated doing this, Train Sim World's about the only other thing I could do, and I get bored with that really quick. There'd only be like 1 run per day. This is why I don't put that it's in the title. I just put Msfs, because I can jump back and forth between the games. So we've had 1 CTD. Then we had no audio. We've just had a lot of shenanigans, as someone has coined that phrase. Shenanigans. I'm not in beta, I'm in just public release is what we're launching. There really wasn't much to the beta when I looked at it last night. Like I was talking about earlier. There was no release notes about, well, there's release notes, but they weren't really addressing anything particular just yet. Come on. I swear, they say this load time is supposed to be shorter than 2020's. I think it's the same. In fact, it should be about the same, technically. I mean, we're loading nearly just as much. So, things have been kind of shorter than I thought they were gonna be today, but... Alright. Look at that. The Cherokee's already sitting here waiting to go. Need to change my call sign and flight number. And perhaps delivery. There we go. Call sign is Cherokee. How original, right? Flight number is 5262. 5262. Alright. And I need to move my phone so I can use the mouse. Wait a minute. What was that screen we were on? Oh, the B55 has its own screen as well. Okay. Flight planner. Let's come here first. We are doing a VFR. It's a general. ATC call sign. Oh, flight number. What did I have to say? 6252? Or 5262. Okay. We used to not be able to put this in here without problem, so. Oh, goody. They fixed that. Call sign. Can I will you let me type in the call sign? CHEROKEE. Did I spell Cherokee right? Yeah. Alright, now. I don't know about all that stuff. Let me come over here. At departure. KTYS. What runway do we want today? We want runway 5 left. Alright. Departure. We're just gonna do direct. Well, we could do VFR pattern. Straight out. Okay. Arrival airport. Kilo Mike November Victor. So there's a Kilo Mike November Victor 3, and it's a completely different airport. I didn't know you could put numbers on the end of your IK. Okay. What is the recommended landing runway for Monroe today? Runway 5. Okay. We want alternate will be 07 Tango November. Horn Tassel. And its recommended runway, if we need it, is 6. Alright, we want VFR Airways. I don't want an arrival. We need a... We'll do a VFR approach. I don't know about left. What's the right? We'll do a straight. And let's see, auto. 4,000 feet. Okay. Send to both. 19 minutes. Just a minute, folks. I'm gonna go take care of IRL shit, of course. The dog that hasn't barked all week is barking because Mom put him outside before she left. Well, let's... I'm putting it in the AI pilot. Oh.
Knoxville Tower.
Wow.
Cherokee _N 5262. Ready at runway 2 tree right. North departure. Cherokee _N 5262. Altimeter tree 021 north departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 2 tree right. Cleared for takeoff runway 2 tree right. Cherokee _N 5262.
Okay. My aircraft. Obviously. I gotta do the takeoff, so... That's not the runway I put in the takeoff from, was it? We're all over the place. I'm sorry, folks. Wow. That was all over the place. Was I in your way? You were waiting for me to take off. Alright, I think this is fine. Let me go let the dogs in.
Knoxville Tower. Cherokee _N 5262. Continue for north departure.
dog's disappeared somewhere in the yard. Yeah, I don't know why this is gonna take like 19 minutes. My aircraft. Alright, we're not making a call. That's for sure. So...
Cherokee Oscar N 5262. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Knoxville Tower. Cherokee underscore N 5262. Frequency change. Cherokee underscore N 5262 is type Piper ATCOM.AC underscore model underscore PA 28.0.TDS 4 miles west of Kilo 75 Juliet Zulu.
Wow. That's interesting call out there.
Cherokee underscore 5262 approach. Squawk 6071.
Squawk 5601, Cherokee 6252. Oh. 52. I just said my flight number backwards.
Radar contact 4 miles northwest of Tango November 87, 2300. Altimeter tree 021.
Roger. Cherokee underscore N 5262.
Apparently we don't need to ask for Class C after all.
Cherokee underscore 5262. Traffic is 12 o'clock for miles at 2900. Generic underscore N. Report them in sight.
Cherokee underscore N 5262. Have the generic underscore N in sight.
Here we go, now we can request Class C.
Cherokee underscore N 5262. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Cherokee underscore 5262 approach. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace. Cherokee underscore N 5262.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know why it looks like we're supposed to be landing that.
3,600 expect vectors, visual runway 5, left approach.
Maintain present altitude, expect vectors, visual runway 5 left approach. Delta 174 tree.
Delta 174 tree. Descend and maintain 3,000. Contact Knoxville Tower on 121.2.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Tower on 121.2 Delta 174 tree.
You know, I didn't even check to make sure we were on live weather and dime. What's the AI gonna do here? See, the AI keeps going in the opposite direction. My aircraft. I just gotta wait for this list to move up. I thought number 5 might have been Monroe County. Yeah, it was number 5 Monroe County. Nope. I think McGraw's backyard is a private airfield. Corntassel is also a private airfield. I've not heard of this Massengale at 3 Tango November 8. So I don't know where it is. So, nearest airport thing is weird. Cause I swear there's airports closer. but I can't get the list to go down without putting, well, without trying to find the, there we go. There we go. Monroe is number 4.
Cherokee underscript 5262, 8 miles northeast, 2300, inbound to land, runway 5, Kilo Mike November Victor traffic.
I don't have my hand on the yoke. Well, I didn't. I thought we were trimmed out. Well, this is a privilege for you guys. You're getting 2 full flights in today's stream. You know, on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. Twitch, hit that follow, and please try and join Discord. Maddie Lane underscore 62552. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to wheels when I saw the Cherokee IRL. But it looks like this one has pants. Downwind leg.
Kilo Mike November Victor traffic. Cherokee underscript.
Well, technically crosswind.
Is on downwind. Runway 5. Kilo Mike November Victor traffic. Kilo Mike November Victor traffic. Cherokee under Sprint 5262 is on base. Runway 5. Kilo Mike November Victor traffic. Cherokee under Sprint 5262. 1 mile southwest, 1000. Inbound to land, runway 5. Kilo Mike November Victor traffic. Kilo Mike November Victor traffic. Cherokee under Sprint 5262 is on final, runway 5. To land, Kilo Mike November Victor traffic.
What do we get on that? Alright. Well, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Alright. Well, I guess I didn't flare well enough. 1.4 G's is, I mean... Now, let's taxi like we were in real life. Although we'd be inside the cockpit, so... And, taxi to parking. No, wait, we're clear of the runway.
Kilo Mike November Victor traffic. Cherokee under Sprint 5262 is clear of the runway. Kilo Mike November Victor traffic.
See, I don't know why you can't do that both in one radio call.
Sprint 5262 is taxiing to parking. Kilo Mike November Victor traffic.
Okay, we're going just over 2 hours today. It took like 6-7 hours yesterday for my stream to upload. It's kind of crazy. I thought I heard, hey, they're back at the door barking again. And I'm gonna go outside anyway, but they'll walk in because they can't stand to be outside with me. Exactly where are we parking? I guess I'm just gonna pick a spot. Oh, no, I see now. We'll do a manual shutdown here. Beacon light off. Landing light off. Fuel pump is off. Alternator can go off. Parking brake is set. Flaps are at 0. Where? Okay, that's the parking brake. Throttle is at 0. Mixture. We cut mixture. Then we cut battery. That should be everything. Fuel selector off. What's left? Or is it because I didn't put it in the end screen thing? Maybe that's what it is. Open the door. Oh, it did open. And then you climb down. I don't remember this step thing being here IRL, but there was a handle right there, and of course I'm like only 4'11", or actually 4'10", so okay, so we open that, but I haven't figured out how to get the window to open. Close the door. So there's also supposed to be a window on here too. Let's get... No, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright. So, that is the end of this video. Like I said, next video I gotta figure out how to get us down to southern... the South Pacific. There's some islands down there where you do your charter service flight to unlock charter service, so. And we can just walk right through this plane for some reason. Alright. Can we walk right through the building? No. Okay. Hey, I want to operate the tow truck, the tow bar. I need to give myself a pushback. Ooh. It keeps jumping. What other aircraft do we have out here? I'm just gonna check this out and then we'll move. I wish you could run faster. I really do. Sim increase. Does that work? I don't know if the sim rate increase works. It didn't work. I don't think so. I think these are supposed to be cardinals. It says Skyhawk though. But that doesn't look like the 52 or the 72. These are probably supposed to represent what is here at the school. And that would be Cessna's 177s. Cardinal. Alright. And of course the wrong taxiways. These taxiways are still there, they just don't use them like they used to anymore. And we got no air traffic around. Well, there's a plane out there. What was this? West Wind Air Park, 7 miles away. Some of these we can see that are really far away. I mean, there's Teleco, Corn Tassel, you've got West Wind Air, but we can't see any of the Sweetwater ones. And then we got, like I said, there's an aircraft somewhere out there. Alright, folks, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.